I have crackers in my teeth.
Hey, I guess that's better than like kale or spinach or something.
True, true. Let me just make sure. It says we're live. Let me just double check on Facebook. Oh, there we go. Hey guys, it's Ashley with Trendy Tree, and I am here with Adam from Nights Designs by Adam, and he is going to be making a Valentine teardrop for us tonight or this evening. It's not night, I don't guess. The teardrop shape is something that I'm intrigued by. I don't, as far as I can remember, nobody's used one. So I just texted him a couple of weeks ago and was like, hey, what do you think about this shape? And he was like, sure. So he's going to do a Valentine wreath, or I guess you call it a wreath. I don't know what you would call it. It's
It's a wreath swag, you know.
yeah, it's something.
It's
It's a
something.
shape. You're gonna hang it somewhere
That's
with
right.
the absolute cutest Valentine sign I believe we have ever had. I love it. So I am gonna make Adam big so y'all can see him doing all the things. And if you've got questions, type them in the comments. I'll be watching for those. I am going, this is a kit. We've actually already been selling this kit pretty well. So numbers are limited. I will post the link to the kit in the comments. But any questions, I'll be able to see those and we'll get those answered for you. So there you go.
Hey, welcome everyone, guys. So we have this lovely teardrop shape right here. I went ahead and kind of got started a little bit so you can kind of see the colors that we'll be working with as far as the deco mesh go. This is a work frame wreath. Basically, you use deco mesh to fill it in, which is what we're going to do. It's very sturdy. They come in this shape as well as other mini shapes off of Trendy Tree. And we'll be working with this lovely MDF sign. It's got teal and red and a little bit of pink, and I just love it. I love the little lovebirds. So let's go ahead and get started. So I have 10-inch mesh. I have this in like a teal kind of mint green color, and then I have white, and then I'm going to also throw in a little red there. It's not in the kit, but you can purchase it separately if you want to add a little red. I thought since there's red in the sign, I'll throw some red in there. So all we're going to do is we're going to rotate the colors. We're going to rotate some of the teal mint color and the white, and then some of the white, and then some of the red. So let's go ahead and get started. So I went ahead and did the bottom two first, and we're just going to, I don't measure anything. You can measure this if you want, guys. I don't. I wing everything. So we're just going to cut some of that. Then we're going to go in with our white. And we're going to cut some of that.
You cut your mesh like I live my life. We're just winging it.
We are on the edge. Yes. And we're just going to roll those ends in. Okay, so mesh is going to fray regardless. However, some better quality mesh like you get at Trendy Tree and other companies out there, other affiliates with our friends here at Trendy Tree, is the best kind of mesh. I have worked with mesh from other craft stores, and it frays way more than top of the line mesh. If you want to not let it fray as much, you could use a hot knife. I have never personally used one, but I know that I've seen Ashley and some of the ladies from Trendy Tree use it, and what it does, it just seals that edge a little bit more. I'm kind of old school. I just cut it and just roll it. It's mesh. It's going to fray regardless. So all I did was roll those edges in, create like a bow tie. I'm going to work on my outer edge first, and we're just going to use the ties and twist that in, pull it really tight. Then we're going to go in with our red. Now you could do this in pink and red. You can do this in black, white, and red. Valentine's is kind of left open. Whatever colors that you want to do, really. Valentine's isn't just red and pink and white. I was a florist years ago, and in the flower shop, they did. We did red roses, we did yellow roses, we did lilies, we did purple, we did, pink. We've even did orange. So Valentine's doesn't have to be necessarily white and red and pink. You can switch it up and live on the edge. You can even do leopard prints. Do more of like a burlap mesh, and then add your wild leopard print, or you could even do zebra print. Zebra print would be really cool, actually.
Zebra print is really making a comeback.
Yes, I actually like zebra print, actually. It's one of my favorites. It's black and white, but yet it has that, untamed.
It's not just a stripe or a polka dot.
Yes.
It's got a little flair to it.
It does have a little flair to it, yes. Swiss polka dots are huge. Like in the sign, it does have some polka dots in it. You could do polka dot ribbon, chevron ribbon. Oh my goodness, the options are endless for like spring and Valentine's. It's hard to believe, but guess what? We're gonna put some greenery in this. I actually found some greenery that I had on hand. Trendy Tree doesn't have it in the kit, but that's okay. Browse their website for lots of different greenery bushes. You want to get at least probably 2 bushes, I recommend, just so it's nice and full. And guess what?
Yeah, we were just kind of winging it with this shape. Typically, if somebody's making a wreath, or if they're going to do a grapevine or a container, I can pretty much eyeball that and think, okay, they need this, this, and this. But this shape, I was like, I don't know.
And guess what, guys? I'm going to be completely honest with you. I have never worked with this shape before. So we are really, really, really winging it.
We are winging it.
But I like a challenge. I love a challenge, so.
If nothing else, the colors are cute together.
The colors are definitely cute together. So when I got these, I was like, oh my God. I'm like, this is totally like retro. This reminds me of the 50s kitchen.
Yes. Yes.
Like
that seems to always be my theme with you. The last 2 things I've sent you have been very retro.
kind of a retro vibe. I love it. I love old school things. I swear, I just had the scissors here. I feel like I should have it attached to my hip, or like a lanyard, like an old lady or something.
A lady posted the other day that said she ties a string around hers and hangs them from her neck.
Love it. Love it. It'll never get lost.
She says that's the only way she can keep up with them. She hangs them around her neck.
It's almost like the, when I was growing up, I'm sure you too, Ashley, you always seen those old ladies with their glasses with the little strings on them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I think everybody that wears readers especially.
Yes.
Now, if you need your glasses to see, like my husband has to have his glasses to see, so he never takes his off. But up here, we are in a constant state of looking for David and Carrie's glasses. Like, where would you have them besides at the desk? Where could they be?
Right, exactly. You lay them down for a split second. I mean, I have done that with many things, and I'm like, oh, great. Or if it's something like your cell phone, you're like, oh, great. Where did I leave it? Then
most of the time when I'm looking for my phone, I'm talking on it.
Yes, exactly. You're in like sheer panic mode.
Yes. Like, I know I just had it. And then there it is. I can't believe we're already making for Valentine's Day.
We are already making for Valentine's, yes. As creators, you got to stay ahead of the game, yeah. I've already sold Easter already in my shop.
Really?
Yes, already. The bunny is coming.
He is. Whew, we got to get this Santa Claus knocked out first, though.
Yes. Yes, yes. Santa Claus and Epiphany.
Yes.
Epiphany is January the 6th.
Yes.
We're not Italian, but I love the Italian Christmas tradition of La Befana, which is, since I'm such a big Halloween fan, I just think this is fabulous. She's the Italian Christmas witch that delivers gifts to the little boys and girls on January 6th, which is Epiphany.
I did not know that.
Yeah.
A Christmas witch.
Yes, La Befana.
Maybe that's who should come see my children this year instead of Santa Claus. They seem a little more deserving of a Christmas witch.
She'll leave coal in their stockings this year. She's kind of like the equivalent to Santa Claus, but she comes at Epiphany, which over in Europe is when they celebrate the big Christmas, because the Epiphany, if you are somewhat religious, is when supposedly the three kings came to give the gifts to the Christ child at the Nativity.
Yes.
So a little history. I like history.
Learn something every day.
That's right. So we're just going along the edges with this mesh into our wire it using the ties on here. And we're just rotating the colors, red and white, and then we're doing the teal and white. And then we'll work in the center frame as well once we get the outer. I find it easier to work on the outer first on any type of work wreath like this, and then work on the inside. And I just thought of something too. I love, I'm not a big fan of pink, but how cute would this be, everyone, if you did hot pink and black for Valentine's? Ooh! Love it. Very Elvis Presley. Now, you could also do this same technique like we've done before on previous Trendy Tree, where you could take a pine teardrop swag, like a Christmas pine teardrop swag, and you can do the same with the deco mesh as well.
I'm about to ask you a really strange question, but is that a window behind you?
It is a window behind me.
Is Santa Claus at your house?
Yes, he is.
Okay.
He is making, he's lurking around. He's
Okay.
He's just,
Just lurking.
Yep.
Okay. Well, I was thinking, I think I see. Oh,
Yep, Santa Claus. You never know when he's checking in on you. In case there is any littles watching.
That is true.
So on the inside, I'm making sure that I am placing, say there on the outside there is a teal and white. So on the inside, next to that tie, that it is red and white instead of another teal and white. And look how full this gets, guys. Let me pick it up really quickly after I take this off. See how full this gets? Woo, you can see me through it. Okay. Let's see how full it's getting.
Shape.
Yeah, it's a really pretty shape. It's coming together really nicely. I like this teal deco mesh, mint teal. It has a little bit of the white kind of puffy edges, like snow almost on it. It's really cute.
That is one of the hottest selling colors right now.
It's fabulous.
And people love that snowdrift edge.
Yes. How cute would that be for Easter as well?
Yes.
I know everyone thinks of Easter as pastel, but that's almost borderline pastel. You could mix a bright color with that. Like you could mix like a hot pink with this color, green teal color. It would be gorgeous.
We've been seeing more hot pink and lots of black and white stripes and polka dot in with Easter stuff.
Yes, I love that kind of look. So for me personally, I decorate for Easter in bright colors. I never was one for pastels. Although growing up, we always had, pastel Easter, of course, in our house. But as I got older, I like bold, bright colors for Easter. I think of like flowers blooming and, like bright tulips and bright red and pinks, roses that are coming up for Easter and bright yellow daffodils.
Yes, I'm not a huge fan of pastels. I like vibrant colors.
I actually did. Blue is still going to be really trending next year as well. And I've done blue and orange and yellow together one year for Easter, and that was really popular. Actually, the Pantone color of the year next year is going to be magenta.
Magenta. I love pink, which I know is a typical girl thing to say, but I really love, but like pink, not pastel,
Not baby
not
pink.
light pink.
Yeah, not baby pink, right?
No, not baby pink.
All right, we're at the end of our white, but never fear. Guess what we're going to do? Once I'm done with this little piece of white, we're going to mix in our teal and our red. Why not? It's going to go in the center anyways, so once our sign goes over it, it's all going to mesh really well. No pun intended.
You can tell that people watching are delayed because we've had a few people that have asked, did you see Santa in the window? Yes, I did see Santa in the window.
Yes, we did. We just thought that was a nice treat. I had him flown in from the North Pole just to make a quick visit for you guys.
Quick visit to make sure the Trendy Tree people are behaving themselves.
That's right.
Thank you, Michelle. Thank you, Dee. Michelle, I work really hard to pick this stuff out for them. Sometimes they give me a direction. Sometimes I'm just winging it. Sometimes I get the whole day wrong and send the link to the wrong person.
It's all good.
It worked fine.
It worked out that day, yeah.
It worked out fine. At least I didn't forget to ship you your box. A couple of weeks ago, I forgot to ship Nick his whole box.
Uh-oh.
He messaged me that Tuesday and was like, hey, do you have tracking for the box? I haven't gotten it yet. And I was like, nope, because I didn't ship it.
Oh, boy. It happened. You know what? It happens. With the holidays.
The holidays. And
everything is just meshed together. It really, truly is. Again, no pun intended.
No pun. Right. And it's like trying to get the teenagers out of school that last week before Christmas and they've got their
all their exams. Oh, yes.
They're coming and going and they're constantly calling and they've got to be there at 9, but they can check out at 11, but this one's got to be there at 11 and check out at 2. And I'm like, I can't with y'all.
You're like, I can't. Mom is not
They
not
are
here.
limited at this point. They get one phone call a day during work hours. I've had to limit them. I told my mother today that if she called again, I was going to put her on a limit too. Because they're all off and home, but it's busy season here.
Yes, absolutely. Yes.
It's confusing for people because for us, because we're selling to creators, this is the time of year where it's changing over.
Yes.
With this is big spring, Valentine's Day,
Yep.
Easter for us. Christmas slowed down for us. Oh, well, we ran the 50% off sale, and that did sell some more Christmas. But mainly right now, spring florals. We have shipped a ton of wreath kits today. People are loving the kits on the website right now.
That's fabulous.
I
actually took a sneak peek about on the kit on your site, and I cannot believe how many was already gone.
Yes.
Right. Oh my goodness! And we hadn't even created this yet.
I know. And I was when I went ahead and listed it, I actually told Taylor or Carrie, I can't remember which one. It's like, I don't know how this one will do listed beforehand with this shape, because that's not something we ever really push a lot. We sell a good bit of them, but we just never really push it.
You know what? I encourage you, if you're watching us tonight, if you are a creator or not a creator, or you just like to do home crafts, I encourage you to purchase this work form and wing it. Give it a try. It's definitely unique. It gives it a nice shape, and I love it. I love how the shape has come out.
It's just a little different.
It is very different. And all I'm doing right here, because you could have put a sign here, or you could have put a stuffed heart here, because there's no ties here. I am actually just taking some mesh, same technique by rolling the edges and twisting it, and I'm taking some zip ties and zip tying it to the wire frame to just fill it in a little bit more. And that's it. And then we'll wire our sign. I did on the sign drill 2 holes on each side and ran some floral wire through those holes just for extra security. And then you can just wire that right to the wire frame. If it was a metal sign, you could do the same thing. You could drill a hole through the metal. Just make sure that whatever drill bit you're using is made for metal. That's all.
Never thought about drilling a hole in it.
Yes. Just because if you are making this to sell, you definitely don't want it to come loose. And even though I've used those mounting zip tie mounts on signs, but because of the extreme heat to extreme cold, even if I super glue it,
it doesn't always stay.
It pops right off. I actually had a lady that happened to when I shipped a Christmas wreath, so I had to basically, tell her how to reattach it.
And that is just not the way you want. That's just not the way you want to do it.
No, absolutely not. So I encourage you, like, if you are going to sell it, you're not making it for yourself, just take, a drill bit. Take your husband's drill bit. He'll probably like, what in the world are you doing? And drill you some tiny holes on each side like I have here, and then run you some wire through the holes.
That's a great idea.
Yeah. Look how full this is, guys. I'm going to hold this up. You're not going to see my face, but look how full this is. Isn't this beautiful? Look at this.
I love that shape.
It's beautiful. I love it. And then all we're going to do is we're going to wire our lovebirds right in here. And we're just going to run that wire through. And we're going to wire it to the frame of the work frame.
This is the worst part.
This is, trying to go through all the mesh you just put.
Mm-hmm.
and get the sign centered how you want it. Because I have accidentally thought that I was wiring something to the frame, and then I go and pick it up and it
falls off.
It falls right off.
Mm-hmm. The last me and Carrie did a Christmas wreath about a month ago, I guess, maybe a little longer than that. It was actually for our USPS driver because she liked it. It's a kit we have now. And we did great with the mesh. We did great with the ribbon. And then she was like, okay, here, put the sign on. No, I cannot. That is so cute.
So cute. And we haven't even had a ribbon or anything else. So we're going to make a quick bow to put underneath the lovebirds. And I'm using just 1.5 inch white. It's got some glitter to it. It's really pretty. It's not like glitter that's going to come off.
No, that's super fine.
Yes. And then I love this one that Ashley sent me. It reminds me, so even though I was born the last year of the 80s, I grew up in the 90s. So this print is everything to me.
That is actually a Trendy Tree design.
Oh my God, I love it.
Carrie had the idea for the tie-dye ribbon. So if you're buying tie-dye ribbon, you can thank Carrie at Trendy Tree because she designed that one.
I love it. I love it, love it, love it. Great job, Carrie.
Carrie actually has a lot of designs. The Conversation Heart ribbon,
okay,
I believe was her idea. And the picnic ants.
Uh-huh.
That was a Carrie. Carrie's much more talented than she gives herself credit for.
I see this. I mean, this is fabulous.
She doesn't necessarily like to make the things, but she has an eye for knowing what goes together and what will be cute with something.
I love this ribbon. So tell Carrie, kudos to her. The print is fabulous.
So cute.
The texture of the ribbon and the quality is fabulous. They do make, Trendy Tree does make bow makers if you don't know how to make one by hand.
Yes,
Trendy Tree also has a video if you want to learn how to make hand-tied bows as well. I think there's an oldie but a goodie one of Miss Jeannie, I think, on there making one.
Yes. Mm-hmm. Yes. You can scroll through our Facebook. Those old videos like that, we recirculate back through because, I mean, everybody needs to know how to make a bow.
That's right.
So that's one that's never, that one's not going to go out.
Let me tell you, Valentine's and Christmas are bow making months.
Yes.
If you need to know how to make a bow, those would be the times of the year to know. All right, then we're just going to take some floral wire. I'm using a white cloth one, but you can use a green one if you want, or even a zip tie. Just depends on what you have on hand. Make sure you're pulling really tight. You don't want that ribbon to go anywhere. And then we're just going to wire it underneath our lovebirds. And then we can adjust the tails here in a minute. But let me find the center here with my hands underneath. And we're just going to run that wire down
And that frame has the wire pieces going through the center, doesn't it?
It has two ties towards the top, and as it narrows down at the bottom, it does not. And that's why I went ahead and took some mesh and zip ties and zip tied some more mesh down in there. But that's simple to do. You could even you could use pipe cleaners if you want and do the same thing. I just think the zip ties are a little bit more secure. That's all.
Yeah.
All right, so now that we have our bow on, let me go ahead and just fluff that out. Perfect, and then just keep pulling it apart until it's fluffed how you like it. You can always, you're probably going to smush it a little bit when you're working on the rest of it. That's okay. Guess what? Ribbon is wired, so you can just go back in there and reshape it. And because of this is higher quality ribbon, it's very easy to go back in and reshape. And all I am is dovetailing all my tails, which makes it into like a little V. You could do this at an angle if you wanted as well. The ends of the tails. It is Valentine, so I decided I'm going to make it into like a little V. You can even curl them if you want, like curling ribbon, like you would do at Christmas time. All right, let's hold this up so you guys can get a glimpse of that.
So cute.
So cute. And then we're just going to run some ribbon. I'm going to drop my ribbon rolls on the ground like the messy designer I am. And we're just going to take our ribbon and we're just going to take it and take some of the ties and we are going to attach the ribbon like tails without cutting them. And we are going to twist them into the work frame. And we're just going to give some movement to this design. Any questions so far?
There haven't been. There have been several people that are really liking the colors.
Okay, great.
Really liking the colors. More people that need to know that they're not the only ones that see Santa Claus.
They are not the only ones.
Oh, goodness, it feels like the middle of the night. 4:30 in the afternoon. I think I may be getting old.
Yeah, with the change of the you're central. So
We're
are you
central.
dark? Are you dark yet?
It is. It will be dark before I get out of here.
Okay,
Yes.
yeah, it's already dark here in Florida.
Yes, this is not my favorite time.
It is not. Okay, so I remember growing up, I used to love it because time used to change before Halloween. And so we would get an extra hour to trick or treat and stuff, right? Not so much anymore. And then it's also after my birthday now because my birthday's on the 1st of November. So it's like I don't even get an extra hour of sleep. So what's the point?
Right? Just give me more sunshine.
That's right.
I just don't like going home when it's already dark.
No.
I don't mind. I'm about 20 minutes from the warehouse. And when the sun is up, I don't mind that drive so much, but this time of year, um, I get tired and I just don't care for it. Okay.
No, I don't like that it gets so dark early. I get why a lot of mothers of children don't mind it, especially because of the children are going to the bus stop early in the morning and it's dark. I get that part of it, but then
Yeah.
they're coming home in in
You don't have
darkness as well.
any time to do anything because it's
No,
dark. Okay, Susan says, I noticed that the frame only had 2 ties in the middle. Is that enough to fill up the frame?
it is a matter of preference. Um, if you were taking a larger sign, you may be okay with, having that large of a gap in there. But because the sign that I'm using in this kit is a little smaller, I just went in with some zip ties and some mesh and zip tied it to the wire frame. So it is a matter of preference to answer your question.
This is a ribbon technique that I've never seen before.
Yeah, it's we're just kind of layering it. And one side might be a little bit more loopy than the other. That's okay, because that's what makes it a little bit more unique. But you can add as much ribbon as you want. You could just do regular tails if you wanted, like you would normally see in a mesh, deco mesh wreath. So,
I love that.
yeah, it gives it some movement.
That sucker is big.
It is big, absolutely.
It is big.
It's big.
So you would say with that, you're going to need three rolls of mesh?
I would say so. So you could do it with 2, but I would just be on the safe side. I would go ahead and grab an extra roll. Absolutely.
Okay.
And if you've noticed, there is no glue pot on my station tonight. I'm doing this without glue, just because of time. But if you were going to make this to sell, I either recommend zip tying it or gluing your curlicues that I'm using now to your little ties into the base.
Adam was super generous tonight. He actually has another engagement that he has to get to, and he was nice enough for us to move this up an hour and he fit us in because I couldn't get my schedule to work out. And I know y'all don't want to watch me try to make something. I guess y'all could have watched me wrap some of these Christmas presents.
Yeah, we could have have you showed us some techniques on that.
Well, I think my technique for this year is just going to be get it done.
Get it done. I hear you on that. So all I'm doing for time's sake is I'm just using the ties that came with the wreath and are tying them in. I will go back later and actually zip tie or glue them in.
And
but
those little curly sprays, we have those in every color imaginable. We have them in different textures. We have them in prints. We have them in solids. We have all the things.
I love them. I think you sent me them in, I think for Christmas, and I think even Halloween too as well.
We have them in so many colors. It's so easy to put them with stuff, and then you get a lot of bang for your buck with those.
You do, because technically, look, I can cut this in 2 pieces. See that? I can take this top half, that's one, and this bottom half is another. So if you get 3, you get 2, 6 picks. that you can use in your design.
And they look small when you get them, but you can stretch them out and move them around, and they're wired all the way down.
They are wired all the way down, so you can leave them as tight as you want.
And they are very inexpensive.
They are.
So I like that whimsical look too.
Yes,
so I think that's another reason I'm drawn to them.
It gives it some airiness.
Yes.
Which I love. I love texture. Because you don't want everything flat. Nobody wants everything just flat. Unless you're doing like a pancake wreath, then okay, everything is flat. You could do, don't be afraid. I know what I'm about to say. Don't be afraid to take Christmas items like Christmas ornaments in red and wire them into this.
Yes.
Don't be afraid to take red and white peppermint sprays and use them in something like this, because just because it's labeled Christmas doesn't mean you can't use it for another season.
We actually were just talking the other day, the Ho 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 Christmas wreath, the kit that we have listed right now. Miss Jeannie messaged the other day and said, you need to pull that wreath back out and show all you've got to do is take the sign off. Let me see. And maybe there was one Christmas ribbon that was in it.
Yeah.
Take those two things off and you can turn it into a Valentine's Day wreath. Super simple.
Easy, simple. Especially if you don't want, a bunch of wreaths in your home, in your garage, if you're making this for yourself. So absolutely, you can take something and transition it into a different holiday for sure. Actually, probably that same Santa Claus wreath that you're talking about, you could even turn that into 4th of July later.
Yes, it's just got good basic colors in it. So
yes, it does.
Just swap it out and use it again.
That's right. I love how this is all just coming together. So adorable. I know some of you guys may think, how are those colors going to work together? I know some of y'all are like pastel with red and for Valentine's Day, but
I like it. I usually pick my sign first. That even when we're at market and we're doing our kits, I usually go with the sign first and build from that.
Yes, absolutely. Start with your focal point and then build your stuff off of that.
So I knew with the little green blue bird on there, I was like, okay, so we got to do something with that to make him stand out.
That's right. And you can add as many of those curly picks as you want. You can add, little heart sprays or little Cupid sprays. I mean, the list goes on and on. You could even add some silver to this if you wanted.
Yes.
I'm just going to cut, just for time-wise, I'm not going to put all this greenery in, but I just have a greenery bush. This is eucalyptus. You can even use, again, don't call me crazy, but so Valentine's is actually still in a winter month, y'all. So don't be afraid to use those Christmas greeneries. You could even use the flocked Christmas greenery and mix it in here. I'm being for real because it fills it in nicely. Plus, it gives it Christmas texture, also has a different texture to it. And it's wintertime. Here in Florida, it's not wintertime for Valentine's Day. But, I mean, for up north, you guys are still in the snow for Valentine's Day.
Right.
So don't be afraid to use that flocked or pine needles for Christmas.
And the one thing I do want everybody to be aware of with this kit is in the listing, you'll see that there's a list of supplies, and then there's some add-ons that are not included in the kit. Those are going to be those curly sprays and some greenery. because I knew he was planning to use those. We're trying to keep it where you've got your base, but then you can add some things and customize it. Oh,
So sorry, guys. I lost
there
you
you
there.
went.
There we go.
And we're back.
And we're back, of course. Towards the end there,
So-
we had technical difficulty.
Not till the very end, though.
Not till the very end, yeah. So see, just by adding those whimsical curly sprays and then a little bit of greenery, you could add as much as you want. I just did, for time's sake, just added a little bit just to show you guys how versatile this design could be for you guys, whether you're creating it for yourself or for a neighbor or for to sell. It's very versatile. So don't be afraid. Again, you could add some silver into this, you know, some metallic if you wanted. So don't be afraid to browse the Christmas section of Trendy Tree. I'm sure there's still some great sales going on that you can use for Valentine's Day. And you could probably use some of that stuff for spring and even summer. So make sure to go and check it out.
Yes, grab all the things.
Yes.
Well, thank you so much for squeezing us into your schedule today. Y'all hop over. I just looked. I think there's only 7 of the kits left. So if you want that, grab it today. We'll try to get it shipped tomorrow because we're going to be working with a super minimal crew.
That's right.
And we have it, y'all.
Yep, and Santa's waving goodbye, guys. You guys have a wonderful holiday. Merry Christmas and happy New Year. And I can't wait to see all of you guys in the new year and work on some amazing projects with you guys.
All right. We are out of here. See y'all not next week. The next. Bye,
yes,
guys.
bye.